Hello and welcome students. Today we start with a new chapter, the 8th chapter of physics, which is propagation of sound waves. The chapter is propagation of sound waves. Now what is a sound? Sound waves, when we say the definition for the is sound is actually a form of energy. It is a form of energy. Later I discuss why it is a form of energy that produces the sensation of hearing in our ears. Anything that is heard is a sound. So the sound is a form of energy which reaches your ears, and when it reaches the ears, it produces the sensation of hearing, that is in your ear. This is the definition of sound. That's why it is said that every day we hear sounds from various sources. For example, we hear sound of morning alarm, church bell, school bell, horn of the car or bus, barking of dog, music from different instruments, etc. These are all varieties of sounds which we hear in everyday life. Although we do not see sound, sound cannot be seen coming to us, but actually the sound reaches our ears in the form of waves. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the different types of waves, which are actually the longitudinal waves and the transverse waves. These two type of waves we are going to learn, in which there will be compressions and rarefactions, and here it would be crest and trough. This I'll be dealing in detail. So that is just to explain you what the sound is. Sound is a form of energy that produces the sensation of hearing when it reaches our ears, and it reaches in the ears in the form of waves from the source of sound. It can be in two forms, either longitudinal or transverse waves. Getting it? Okay, when we speak about sound, how does it travel? We said it travels in the form of waves, but waves are produced only when there is vibration. So we say that sound is produced by vibrations. There are certain examples which are explained or mentioned in the textbook. That is, suppose stretch a string by holding one end in your mouth between the teeth and the other end in your hand. Here a person holding one part of the string to the mouth and other with the hand. So when such a string is plucked at a point, what will happen is it will start vibrating. ये वाइब्रेशन हो रहा है. वाइब्रेशन ऊपर नीचे, टू एंड फ्रो, अबाउट द मीन पोजिशन, ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है. सो व्हाट इज एक्चुअली हैपनिंग इज द स्ट्रिंग starts vibrating as soon as you pluck the string, and simultaneously you can hear a feeble sound. That type of sound you can hear. So what is happening is, here it has set into vibration and simultaneously there is production of sound. But after some time, as soon as this string stops vibrating, no more sound is heard. So here the sound is produced because of vibration which is created in the string. Getting it? Same way we can apply the same principle by taking a wire and stretching it along a fixed support, two fixed supports. Now this is your wire. Now on the wire you keep a piece of paper. ऐसे एक छोटा सा piece of paper ले लो, उसको fold करके उसका rider बना लो. It is called as a rider. Okay, इसके ऊपर we have kept a rider. Now you plug the string. When plug the wire, as soon as you plug the wire, it will start vibrating up, down, up and down. As soon as it starts vibrating, सबसे पहला चीज, the first thing to happen will be the rider will fall down. The rider will fall down. The rider flies off as the wire starts vibrating, and you can again hear a sound. A feeble sound is heard. But again, after some time, because of the friction of the air, the wire stops vibrating and ultimately the sound is no more. The sound stops as soon as the vibration stops. That is why sound is produced by vibrations. Same way, take a tuning fork and a pendulum. Here there is a bob and you are taking a tuning fork. Tuning fork is something like this, which is having a U-shaped portion, a metallic rod and a handle, which is also a metallic handle. Whenever you are supposed to use this, we hold the handle and strike it on a rubber pad. On a rubber pad, रबर के पैड के ऊपर स्ट्राइक करेंगे तो दिस आर कॉल्ड एज द prongs and this is your handle. चलेगा? So as soon as you strike this handle or the prongs on a rubber pad, it will start vibrating and there will be movement अंदर की तरफ या बाहर की तरफ. So they will start vibrating. Now take this vibrating tuning fork and bring it near the bob. Near this bob. When you bring this tuning fork, vibrating tuning fork, it is vibrating. When you vibrate this, it will produce a feeble sound. And this sound, when touched, when this tuning fork is touched to the bob, the arms of the vibrating tuning fork is brought close to the ball. So it starts jumping to and fro. It will start moving towards this end and then towards this end. This is later on, but pehle it starts moving on one side and sound of the vibrating tuning fork. You can hear the sound from the tuning fork. Why is this sound heard? Because of the vibration is heard when its arms stop vibrating. थोड़ी देर के बाद the vibrating tuning fork will stop vibrating. It will stop vibrating and ultimately the ball will come to a rest at the mean position. This is your mean position. So again, what I have tried to explain is, since the tuning fork was vibrating, it produced sound. As soon as the tuning fork was brought near the ball, because of its vibration, the ball was displaced towards one end. But as soon as the tuning fork stops vibrating, it again comes back to its mean position and also the sound stops being heard. That is why again it is said that sound is produced by vibrations, by a vibrating object. Similar example, we have seen this regularly, that a drum, here it has a rubber or a leather coat. This is to be drummed. इसके ऊपर hit करेंगे. Take a drum and beat it. You will find that this rubber or leather membrane बोलते हैं उसको, membrane. This membrane which can be felt by touching. Just when you touch this, पहले उसको strike करो and then touch it. You will feel the vibration. Can be felt by touching and the sound of the drum is heard. You can hear the sound produced when it is struck by a stick. As the membrane stops vibrating, थोड़ी देर के बाद में it will stop vibrating, and once it stops vibrating, no sound will be heard. This again proves that sound is produced by vibrations. Once again, here we're taking a drum which is having a membrane, leather का या फिर rubber का membrane होता है ऊपर. When it is struck with a stick, it starts vibrating, and when it starts vibrating, it produces a sound. That is why it is said sound is produced because of vibrations. And as soon as the membrane stops vibrating, the sound will be heard no more. That's why sound is produced by vibrations. Similar example was if the string of a guitar जो होता है, these are all the strings. If you pluck the string of a sitar or a guitar, the string starts vibrating and its sound is heard. Here this is set into vibration. Why? Because it was struck, and when it was struck or it was plucked, it produces vibration, and these vibrations produce a sound. So again we have proved sound is produced by vibrations. So can I say, after studying so many examples, that actually a vibrating body is a source of sound? A vibrating body is always a source of sound. Whenever any body is vibrating, it is supposed to produce a sound. That is why it is said that sound is produced by vibrations, or in other words, a vibrating body is a source of sound. Now, as I told you that sound is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. How do we reason out it? Sound is a form of energy. Now, whenever we need to produce a sound, we need to apply some force on it, on a drum, on a sitar, on a wire, on a string. We apply some energy. Suppose mechanical energy. Mechanical means any handy work. Okay, so mechanical energy is required to start vibration on in a body producing sound. So whenever an energy is applied, the body starts vibrating. The vibrations of the body are transmitted in the medium in one form of wave from that point to the next, and so on. So what is happening is, when the sound is produced, the sound travels. This is suppose your air membrane, your air particles. What will happen is, the sound which is produced, it will be picked up by the first particle. It will transmit it to the next particle. It will transmit to the next particle, and this way the particles carry from one end to the other end. And ultimately, if you are standing over here, the ears can perceive the sound, which goes to the brain, and brain can interpret what type of sound you have heard. That's why it is written that the membranes of the body, the vibrations of body are transmitted in medium. This is your medium. Air is a medium, in the form of waves from that point to the next, and ultimately to the other end. These waves, on reaching our ears, produce a vibration in the eardrum, which is a part of the ear, which are perceived or interpreted in the brain as sound. Thus, we call sound is a form of energy. Getting it? Just to revise it once again, why we call sound is a form of energy? Because whenever any type of energy is applied on in a medium, it starts vibrating. When a sound is produced, sound is a form of energy. That is why in the medium of air, when it is being transmitted, each of the particle will transmit to the next one. From the first particle, it has been transmitted to the second particle, from the second to the third, and this way it reaches the other end. And if it happens to be that you are standing close by, the sound waves will reach your ear, and inside your ear there is a eardrum which starts vibrating and sends the message to your brain, and the brain will interpret what type of sound you have heard, and ultimately the sound is distinguished that you have heard a sound. And that is why I call that sound is a form of energy. Now we study, hello, now we study about the propagation of sound. It requires a material medium. Just now I said medium. Medium can be air, water, solid, liquid or gases, I mean to say. So sound can travel through solids, liquids and gases, but it will never travel through vacuum. And this is your experimental setup where we are going to prove that sound cannot travel through vacuum. So what is the circuit? This diagram, the diagram has a bell jar, in which a bell, electric bell is set up, and this is your cork. It is tightly packed so that no air can enter or leave from the jar. Only the air can enter or leave from the downward portion wherein we have placed a vacuum pump. If you force, the air will enter. If you withdraw, if you keep a suction pump over there, the air will be removed from the bell jar. So as soon as the air goes on reducing, it will create a type of vacuum inside the bell jar. That is what we are going to study. And here there is a circuit where a positive and a negative terminal are connected of the battery. Here it is a key यानी एक बटन है जिसको बंद या चालू किया जाता है, so that the current flows. Once the current flows, the bell will start ringing. Bell कैसे ring करेगा? Here this is your gong. This is called as a gong, and this is a armature. This is your armature. This gong will strike the hammer will strike the gong, and ultimately we can hear a sound. So let us study what happens when the hammer of the bell, as soon as the circuit is put on, the hammer of the bell hits the gong. Sound is produced. So when this is inside, there is air. Please remember, this is just the beginning. Here there is air inside it. This is full of air inside the bell jar. So you are able to, sound is produced due to the vibration of the gong, which travels through the air to the walls of the jar. Here the gong strikes a bell, and the sound travels towards the walls of the container, walls of the bell jar, and we are able to hear the sound. Why? Because there is air inside. Okay. This causes the walls of the jar to vibrate. Because of the ringing of the bell, the jar starts vibrating. It starts vibrating. This causes the wall of the jar to vibrate, due to which the air outside the jar is also set in vibration. Now, thus the sound is heard by us. Yeah. Why the sound is heard? Because there was air inside it. Now, use the vacuum pump. But when the air has been removed from the jar, how can we remove the air from the jar? By starting the vacuum pump. As soon as you start the vacuum pump, the air from the bell jar will slowly and steadily start coming out of the bell jar. As the air starts coming out of the bell jar, you will see that even though here the striking is going on, the sound which was heard of higher intensity, listen to it, intensity, I am using the word intensity. Initially the intensity was higher, but जैसे ही air का proportion is reduced, air is withdrawn out, the intensity goes on decreasing and decreasing as soon as the air is withdrawn. जैसे ही complete air is drawn out, अभी यहाँ पर air नहीं है. All the air has been removed by the vacuum pump. So what has become is, inside there is a complete vacuum. Inside we have created a complete vacuum, and because of this vacuum, even though the striking is going on, I can see it through the bell jar कि अभी भी ये strike हो रहा है, but the sound is not heard. Why is sound not heard? Because Initially there was air inside it, but the air has been removed and there is no medium. There is no medium for the sound to travel since a vacuum has been created. So due to the vibration of the gong could not travel to the wall of the jar, so wall could not vibrate and no sound is heard. So what we infer from this is a material medium is always necessary for the sound to travel. Once again I revise the instrumental part. The equipments required: a bell jar completely airtight with a circuit running on a battery so that the bell can ring inside. There is a vacuum pump at the bottom so that we can withdraw the air from it. Initially there was air inside it, so as soon as the circuit was put on, what happened was the bell starts ringing, and the bell starts ringing, which transmits towards the walls of the container, that is the wall of the bell jar, and the walls starts vibrating and the sound of high intensity can be heard outside. Initially when there was air inside, intensity was higher of the sound which is heard. Now start the vacuum pump and try to remove all the air from the bell jar. As you remove the air from the bell jar, at one point of time, when all the air has been withdrawn from the bell jar, a complete vacuum is created. A complete vacuum is created inside the bell jar. Now you see that even though the current is flowing, the bell is still ringing, but no sound is heard. Why no sound is heard? Because there is vacuum inside. There is no medium available for the sound to travel. So what do we come to know from this is that for a material medium is always necessary for the propagation of sound from one place to another. Getting it? I'll just put up here. So from the experiment we have proved that a material medium is necessary for the propagation of sound from one place to another. So a material medium, what do we mean by the material medium? The material medium can be solid or a liquid or a gas. When a material medium is available, then only the sound can propagate, can travel. But a material medium is always necessary for the propagation of sound from one place to another. And that is why sound cannot travel. A very important give reason: sound cannot travel in vacuum. The reason for the moon, the sound cannot travel, or I can frame it as the explosions taking place on surface of moon. On moon, I'm talking about moon, cannot be heard. The simplest reason for it is, on the moon there is no medium. Just a simple reason: there is no medium, there is no air, there is no atmosphere. The scientists have not yet proved that on the moon we have air, solid, liquid or gaseous form. No medium is available, since on the moon there is no medium. anything or any explosions or any sound which is produced on the surface of the moon cannot be heard by us. One cannot hear the sound produced on it. But opposite to it, the light, here I was talking about the sound. We are talking about sound. But what about the light? The light does not require any material medium for its propagation, and thus, and that is the reason we can propagate the light through vacuum as well. That is why moonlight, I'm talking about moonlight, reaches the earth. Why? Even though मून के ऊपर वैक्यूम है, लेकिन लाइट को ट्रैवल करने के लिए मीडियम की ज़रूरत नहीं है. इसके लिए मून लाइट रीचेज अस, बट साउंड does not reach us, because sound requires material medium, whereas light does not require any material medium for its propagation, and that is the reason why the light can propagate through vacuum as well. Getting it? So I was talking about the material medium, solid, liquid or gaseous type of material medium. That is why the sound can travel through material medium, but if there is no material medium, the sound cannot be heard. That's why a simple statement was sound does not travel through vacuum. We have understood and we have tried to explain it with the help of the bell jar experiment. The bell jar experiment is important. Please, students, try to label it and draw it properly. It can be asked in the exam for labeling and their conclusion. What observation do you see and what do you conclude from the experiment? So ultimately the observation was the electric current flowing through it and the bell striking and the intensity of the sound that is heard and how it goes on reducing as the air is withdrawn from it through the vacuum pump, and as soon as the air is removed it creates a vacuum, and as soon as the vacuum is created no sound can be heard, which proves that sound cannot travel through through vacuum. Sound cannot travel through vacuum. In opposition to it, when we talk about light, light does not require any material medium. Light does not require any material medium. Therefore, it becomes easier for us that even if there is vacuum, light will travel. इसीलिए we can see the moonlight, the sunlight traveling from such a long distance on the surface of the earth. And a very important give reason we studied, that is the explosions or any type of sound which is produced on the surface of the moon cannot be heard by us on the earth. Why? Because on the moon, very simple give reason, खाली इतना सा ही लिखना है, on the surface of the moon there is no medium, there is no atmosphere, there is no air. That means there is vacuum on the surface of the moon, and that's why the explosions taking place on the surface of the moon can not be heard. The sound produced cannot be heard. Now, there are certain requisites of the medium. When we say solid, liquid or gases, the medium should have certain abilities, certain requirements beforehand. That is called as the requisites of the medium. Medium कैसा होना चाहिए? Medium कैसा होना चाहिए? The first point is the medium should be elastic. The medium should be elastic. Now, what do we mean by elastic? Elastic means that the particles, जो भी particles vibrate होने वाला है, the particles may come back to their इनिशियल पोजीशन, जहाँ पर था वहीं पर वापस आ जाएगा, मीन पोजीशन, इनिशियल पोजीशन आफ्टर डिस्प्लेसमेंट। एक बार मूव होने के बाद में वापस इट शुड बी एबल टू रिटर्न टू इट्स ओरिजिनल प्लेस ऑन ईदर साइड, ऑन लेफ्ट और राइट, कहीं पर भी हो, ऑन ईदर साइड। That is, the particles are capable of vibrating about their mean position. That is your first requisite, that is the medium should be elastic. Secondly, the medium should have inertia. Inertia का मतलब है to maintain the state of rest or of motion. The medium must have inertia so that its particles may store some type of mechanical energy. When energy is stored, inertia क्यों होता है? Because energy is stored within. There is some mass, there is some energy which is stored in a body, because of which the particle may remain at rest or may keep on moving. So the second requisite was inertia. The particles should have inertia so that its particles may store mechanical energy, and when there is energy, the particles can vibrate, and anything which vibrates produces sound. Getting it? How inertia and energy are related? Same way, the medium should be frictionless. The medium should be फ्रिक्शनलेस. अगर फ्रिक्शन होगा तो थोड़े टाइम में स्टॉप हो जाएगा. जैसे फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट्स में हर तरफ देखा था, स्ट्राइक किया, थोड़ा टाइम के लिए साउंड सुनाई दिया, बाद में स्टॉप हो गया. लेकिन इफ इट वाज अ फ्रिक्शनलेस, जैसे कि एयर का फ्रिक्शन अगर नहीं होता, कोई टाइप का फ्रिक्शन अगर नहीं होगा, तो द साउंड विल बी कंटिन्यूसली हर्ड बिकॉज द वाइब्रेशन वोंट स्टॉप. इसके लिए इट इज सेड द थर्ड रिक्वायरमेंट इज द मीडियम शुड बी फ्रिक्शनलेस so that there is no loss of energy when there is propagation of sound through it. Getting it? These were the three main requisites which are the requirements for the sound to travel in a positive manner. That is, the medium should be elastic. That is, once it has traveled somewhere, it should be able to return back. Secondly, it should have inertia so that it can store the energy. And when energy is present inside the particle, it can start vibrating. And anything which vibrates can produce a sound. Third was the medium should be frictionless. Frictionless क्यों? So that there is no loss of energy. No loss of energy. And if the energy is continuously available, there will be propagation of sound through it continuously. A small part, there are certain substances which allow, just now we said that the material medium, sound को travel होने के लिए we require a material medium. But there are some substances or some material like blanket or thick curtains. What they do is they absorb the sound. बोलते हैं ना waterproof की तरह, they are called soundproof. So certain blankets and certain thick curtains which are available in the market, they absorb the sound so that it cannot create noise pollution. So what happens in such case of material is they absorb the sound. And only a small amount can be reflected back. So very feeble sound can be heard, but the maximum sound is absorbed. These are all absorbing material where noise is supposed to be controlled. So there we use some materials, new technical materials are also available which absorbs the sound. So sound is produced only through a material medium, but there are certain substances, certain materials which absorbs the sound, which can minimize the noise pollution or the sound pollution. So to proceed further, the next topic better we will continue in the next session. So this is all till the requisites of medium. Will proceed in the next session, in the next video. Okay students, thank you and bye.